It's too nice of a day to not be hanging outside in this truly amazing practice facility. And as you can imagine, good spine health is key to successful football careers, but it's also key to a healthy and active lifestyle for all of us. Doctors Venu Nemani and Dr. Philip Louie are joining me. Both are spine surgeons at Virginia Mason Franciscan Health. Hello to you both.
Hello.
Hey.
Thank you for being here. No complaints with the weather,
this
right?
This is as good as it gets.
Yeah, pretty amazing.
And we're gonna get to those golf clubs and everything in a minute, but first break it down for me. How does daily life put a strain on our spine?
Yeah, I mean, what everyone needs to remember is that the spine is so important to everything we do, whether it's just getting out of bed and walking, this time of year sort of raking up leaves and then getting ready for the winter, or even to sort of the weekend warriors with all their activities. So it plays a role in sort of everything that we do.
And I don't know if you've heard this, probably, but people are complaining, including myself, I didn't even do anything, my aching back. What do you want people to know about preparing before a big activity?
Yeah, first things first, you're not alone. Like, everyone has these problems, so it's nice to know that, you know, misery loves company. I think there's two important things to remember when it comes to your low back. One is flexibility. We're gonna go through some stretches in a little bit, but I think that's really important. And the other is strengthening your core, and that's just not trying to develop a six-pack, because the core sort of includes a lot of other parts of your body, including your trunk, sort of your gluteal region, and your sort of abdominal region. So
I hear that all the time, like fire up your core.
Yeah.
That's a real thing. So
Absolutely.
we'll be doing that, firing up our core while you're walking us through some stretches and exercises. So you're gonna put us to work. What are we doing,
Exactly,
Doctor?
yeah. So like Dr. Louie said, it's really important to stretch before any activity, whether that's gardening, whether that's playing golf, whether that's playing football, right? And so I think there are three good stretches that really anyone can do fairly quickly that get your body loosened up and ready for activity, okay? So the first one is gonna be just a regular basic hamstring stretch, okay? And so this is one where you're gonna be essentially standing forward, okay? And you can just lean forward like this and try to touch your toes. You're doing a great job. Dr. Louie, are you gonna get started?
that's as far as I can go, man.
Oh, okay.
Tight hamstrings.
Like,
tight hamstrings.
Tight.
Yeah, so you wanna just kind of gently stretch, you know, and eventually, you know, it'd be nice to be able to reach your toes, but as far as you can get, and you can feel a nice stretch there. Another version of that is you doing that sitting down, okay?
Feeling the burn.
The next two are more rotational stretches, and so this one is gonna be on your knees, okay? So you put one knee down and one knee facing forward, okay? And you start with your hands clasped in front of you, okay? And then you wanna open to the side where your knee is open, and so it's a rotational stretch like this. And then you can hold that for about 10 seconds and then relax, okay? And you do a few repetitions of that. And then you'll switch to the other knee, and then you can do it the other way, right? And so that's gonna give you a stretch go in the opposite direction. So open to the side where you're open. And so that's gonna give you a nice stretch, and that's a rotational exercise of the spine, okay?
All right.
The last one I'm gonna have you do is lying on your back, okay?
Okay.
And you're gonna have your kind of feet planted on the ground, okay? Lying on your back, or just so your heels resting.
Okay,
ready for this?
I'm ready.
All right.
And then what you're gonna do is just kind of let your knees fall to one side while trying to keep your back on the ground. And then let your knees go to the other side while your back is on the ground.
This one feels nice.
I know, I'm feeling a crack in my back
You guys are both doing. You guys are both doing a great job. And so this is essentially another type of rotational stretch to get, again, your core muscles loosened up and ready for any type of activity that you're going to do.
So that's what you're saying, this isn't just for athletes or someone that maybe is doing a high intensity workout. It's really, we're supposed to be thinking about this with any daily activity.
Because your back and your core are the backbone, no pun intended, you know, for everything that you do. I think it's nice to do these kinds of stretches for any type of activity to avoid having a sore back the next morning. Definitely.
And you all are going to show me some proper movement or proper form in golfing in particular.
We are, yeah. You know, so I think that one of the activities that we're getting towards the later stages in the Pacific Northwest of is actually going out to play golf. You know, and golf is one of those activities you have to look no further than Tiger Woods that can exacerbate a back problem if you have one. And so I think with the golf swing, it's easy if you're swinging too hard or with improper form to injure yourself, you know? And so I think when we think of like the golf swing, you want to make sure to have a nice comfortable stance, you know, your knees and feet about shoulder width apart.
Don't lock out.
Don't lock your knees, you know, a nice gentle flex, okay? But your spine should be relatively straight. You shouldn't be hunched over the ball like this or back like this, you know? So you want to have a nice, comfortable, what we call an athletic stance, okay? And the key when you swing is not to swing too hard, you know, but to be nice and balanced.
Your imaginary swing just landed in the water.
I'm like, that was pretty.
If anyone's I heard a splash.
Oh, I don't know.
Splash?
That
I think that was
pretty
I think that was actually the ball going in the cup for a hole-in-one.
That's not what it sounds like.
So,
true.
but a nice balanced swing that doesn't result in you falling over, and you know, spine is ending up nice and straight. So, and that's the key to trying not to get hurt while playing a sport like this.
Definitely. Okay, well, are you guys all going to put me to work?
Let's do this.
Yeah.
Let's see what you learned over the last few moments here.
Let's see with this putting challenge here. All right, so with the putting, the good news is that it's hard to get injured while putting. And so, nailed it.
Did you nail that? The pressure is on. Dr. Louie, are you feeling okay with this pressure?
No pressure. No pressure. I've never used this club before, by the way. This is your club.
Blame it on the club.
Already
always.
making excuses. Uh-oh.
Y'all,
No pressure at all.
All right. I have the lucky green ball, which I'm feeling pretty good about, but okay, so a proper stance.
Yep, there you go.
There's
nice
your athletic stance.
Should I be off of this?
That's perfect.
It feels like,
I think that's perfect.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
I'm going to blame it on the fact that the balls are still in
There's
there.
a little wind out here.
A little wind.
Almost a ricochet in. That was pretty good.
So good.
That was pretty good.
Well, you guys, that was amazing. You guys clearly won. That's fine, but I learned a lot, and I hope everyone else did as well. You can find Dr. Louie and Dr. Nemani's strengthening exercises at vmfh.org/spine tips, and it's right there on your screen.
This special presentation of New Day Northwest, sponsored by Virginia Mason Franciscan Health.